everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I am doing my own nails. Please ignore the state of them. I know they're gross. I'd like to blame it on my nails, but it is not my nails' fault. It is mine. I overfile them all the time, and yeah, this is what happens. So for anyone that is like trying to use my videos as help and stuff, just try and ignore the fact that I'm clearly not very good at doing my own nails safely. But anyway, so I always say, if you've probably heard me say it before because it's like my go-to saying, but I always say, do as your nail tech says, not as she does, because the state of my nails is not a good marketing thing for me. Anyway, I'm going in with this bit from Willow Academy. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is from Willow Academy. I'm just using this to basically push back my cuticles and remove any dead skin that's on the nail plate that would cause lifting of the product I'm going to apply. And then once I've done that, we're going to just, well, I'm not going to jump the gun. I'll talk about what I'm going to do next when it gets to it. I'm really sorry if you can hear a constant buzzing in the background. It is my mini fridge. It is now on because I'm due to open the day after the time that I'm doing this voiceover for this video, even though you'll be seeing this video in a couple of weeks' time. I'm due to open tomorrow, so I need all my drinks to be nice and cold for everyone when they get back to me. So anyway, I'm just going in with a manicure brush now to dust off any excess dust, just so I can actually see my cuticles. And then I'm going to go in with my nippers. I didn't do this on camera. I attempted to, but it was really difficult because the position I was sat in just made it really tricky. My phone was in the way and it was just a nightmare. So I ended up doing this little bit, realising how much of a bad job I was doing, then doing it off camera. And I'm just going in with a file and making sure that I've got no sharp edges on the free edge and that it's all nice and smooth. Not really like there's a lot there to do, to be honest. And then I'm just going in with a sanding band on my mandrel bit. This is also from Willow Academy. The sanding bands are 240 grit. That is always what I use to prep the natural nail, and then I have got the medium sanding bands from there, which I think sometimes are 180 and sometimes are 150, but sometimes I'll use those for refining after a set. It depends really. I usually use 240 for everything, to be honest, because it creates just the right amount of roughness. I don't think that's a word, but yeah, it roughs the nail up perfectly. And obviously, if you get your application of product, like of acrylic or gel or whatever you're using, down, then you don't really need to refine as much. So I do tend to just use a 240. If for some reason, like if it's really hot on the day or anything like that, and my acrylic cures faster and it's a bit more of a tricky to get it all smooth, I will use a 150 or 180 grit to refine after. But anyway, I'm just going in with Magpie's full-on tips now. These are the tapered square ones, and I'm just popping these on just without anything at first, just to make sure that I'm getting the right sizes. You need to make sure that the tips go completely side wall to side wall. Don't worry if they don't fit the cuticle area, because you can just define those a little bit to match you better. Obviously these nails are not going to suit everybody perfectly, so you will have to change them slightly for each individual person, but it's super easy, so it's not really an issue. So I'm just going in with my sanding band again, and I am roughing up the inside of the nails. This looks like I'm taking off a lot of the product, but I'm not. I'm literally just making it rough. And then I'm just going around the cuticle area to just thin out that bit a little bit. So don't do this too much. If you thin out it too much, it will just snap. And make sure you do this stage after you've shaped the cuticle area and not before, because you don't want to thin it out and then shape it and then have to thin it out again anyway. So I'm just making sure here that that roughness goes above my natural nail, and it means that all of the area that's going to touch my natural nail will be completely rough. I'm just going in with, I actually forgot to press record on applying that nail, which is really frustrating. But anyway, I'm just going in with Rubber Up as a base, mainly because I do have problematic nails and I didn't want to put the Build Me Up on straight away, like just onto my nails, because they are an issue. I don't really match gel very well, but I've already done a video on how to apply these with acrylic, so I thought it'd be useful to do one with gel as well. This did mean that I had to get my boyfriend in to use the lamp and flash cure them for me, because with recording and pressing play and everything and then getting to that, it was just a ridiculous idea to do all of it at the same time myself. So he was sat opposite me anyway, so I just thought, you know what, you hold the lamp. But there is ways of doing it yourself without someone else being there to hold the lamp. You can just hang it off your light and have it pointing down all the time, then just place your hand underneath it. You can have it pointing off the table towards yourself and just have your finger in front of it. Like you could get your actual lamp and lift that up, like have something underneath like the sides of it to raise it a bit, and then just put your hand underneath. Like there is ways of doing it yourself. I just didn't have the patience and he was there, so I used him instead, bless him. So I did actually apply too much gel on pretty much every single one of these nails. As you can see, it came out of the sides and everything, but luckily with gel it's actually really easy to remove it from the sides, especially when it's cured. You can literally just pick it off, as professional as that sounds, but yeah, it's easy enough to remove, so it's not an issue. But yeah, you do really need a minimal amount. If you just hold the nail onto your nail and then look at it from a side view, you will see how much product you need to be able to fill the gap between that nail and your nail. So that should give you more of an idea of how much to use. I think this is the one he got a bit excited about and just started going a bit mad and waggling it everywhere. I'm not sure if it was or not. No, must be this one. But anyway, so yeah, it just depends on how much you'll need for each nail, but I obviously put way too much on all of them, so you definitely, I don't know what he was doing there, but there we go. So just getting the excess off here, and you'll see how easy it is because it is gel. I'm just using this metal tool to just pick off all the excess bits around the outside, and then obviously I will file after, and that will blend in any other areas that shouldn't be there. I did take these down quite a lot in length. I love the length of them at the moment, and I would have loved to just taper them in slightly more and then square off the ends and have them like that. But because I'm going back to work, it's not practical for me to have nails so long, especially because I'm not going to be doing infills now. It's going to be mainly full sets because everyone has been away from me for so long. So I did take them down quite a lot and tapered them in more as well. I would love it if Magpie brought out some shorter ones. They've just brought out 2 longer ones of the almond and tapered square, of the shapes they already do, and as much as I love the shapes because they are beautiful, they're just too long for me and my clients. I wear them when I don't have clients for any reason, like I was going to say holiday, but it's not very likely at the moment, is it? But I did wear them for the whole of November when I had to be closed, and I loved having them so long, but I just cannot pick up tips and stuff and do full sets of nails with nails too long, so I do have to take them down when it comes back to working. And I do like my nails short, so I don't mind too much, but it would be nice if Magpie bring out some shorter ones so we didn't have to do all this stage. But anyway, I have bought the SNA Professional quick tips actually, which come in multiple different shapes and lengths, so I'll be using those in the video to do my opposite hand. I'm sure that'll be fun, showing you how I do my non-dominant, showing you how I do my dominant hand with my non-dominant. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't even like watching those videos of people doing their opposite hands. I don't know why, but it just frustrates me. Like everything just seems so wrong. I suppose for the left-handed people watching me do it, it wouldn't even seem strange because that's just normal anyway. That'd be like using my dominant hand if I was left-handed, I suppose. But there you go. I'm right-handed, so doing my right hand is just a nightmare and it stresses me out. But anyway, I'm just going in with that sanding band again. This is a 240 grit. I don't want to use a grit that's too high because you don't want to take off too much, because obviously the tip itself is the structure of the nail. So if you take that down too much, you're going to ruin that. So I am just going in with a 240 grit, removing all the shine. That is literally all I'm doing. And then going around the cuticle area a little bit just to clean it up a bit more and make sure it's nice and flush. But obviously filing that cuticle area before you apply it helps with that, and it means that it'll be nice and flush when it grows out. You won't have a real thick ridge like you would if you just left it. So once I've done that, I'm just dusting off, and then I'm going to go in with a buffer just on the tips of my nails to make sure they're not sharp and there's no flyaway bits on the edge of any nail. And then when we come back to them, I'm going to use North Star, which is a new polish from Magpie Beauty. It won't be new by the time you see this, but it was new in November. And I'm just going to go in with that on all 5 nails first. And then I will be back when I'm adding some design. Okay, so once I've painted them all, this is what they all look like with 2 coats of colour. I'm going in with full foils and I'm using that just on the middle nail and the ring finger. I'm putting it on really, really quickly because I don't need it to be perfect. I'm not doing a full nail of foil anyway. So I'm going in with Liliane foil and I'm just going to dab it very gently all over the nail, but not press down too much because I don't want to cover the whole nail. So once I've done that, I'm then going to go in with Blue Sky's No Wipe Matte Top Coat, which might I add, I'm very impressed with. It is brilliant. Obviously it's no wipe, so that makes one less task that you have to do. You don't have to cleanse after, and it is just so matte. I love it. So obviously, as you all know, I've always been obsessed with the velvet top coat, but I think I might have been converted to this now. I really like it. So I'm just going to apply that on all of the nails. I ended up actually loving this set, which isn't very often, it doesn't happen very often to me for my own nails. I don't usually like them, but I absolutely loved this set, and I'm just going to be really sad when I have to take them off and do them again. I'm not usually a fan of Christmas nails either, so I wasn't going to go too overboard with Christmas, but that kind of went out the window when I did this set, but I loved them, so it was fine. So anyway, once I've finished matte top coating and I've popped that in the lamp and brought it back out, I will show you what they look like matte, and then we'll move on with our design. So this is what they look like matte. To be honest, you could just leave them like that because they look really cool. I like matte foil. I think it's really effective. So I'm just going in with this Nicole Diary plate. I'm pretty sure it's L17, but if it's not, I will put it in the description. And then I'm just stamping on some white snowflakes. So once I've finished putting the snowflakes on in white, I'm just going to pick up one snowflake now at a time for my index finger. And just place that on. I'm using the black foil stamping gel here from Moyra. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. It's going to make some really exciting Christmas designs this year, I think. And then I'm just popping those 2 on there. And then that will stay wet until you cure it. I cure it for 60 seconds in my Magpie lamp. And then just dab on your foil. And there you go. You've got gold foil stars. Stars? Snowflakes. Then I'm just going in with top coat, and then that's this set done. I just popped on the snowflakes onto my pinky as well, and then I put a Happy Christmas one on my, a Merry Christmas one on my thumb. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I absolutely loved this set. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye!